Have you ever wondered why some people seem to have a magnetic pull, effortlessly drawing others closer without even trying? It's almost like they have access to secret knowledge that the rest of us can only dream of. Well, there's one realm of seduction that's rarely discussed but holds immense power, especially when it comes to older women. And we're about to reveal 7 hidden zones where a single touch can ignite passion, trust, and connection like never before. Intriguing, right? Now, before you think you've got it all figured out, we're not talking about the usual places. No, this is about the forbidden zones, the places you wouldn't expect. Places that, when approached the right way, unleash waves of desire and intimacy. These places are secret, not because they're physically hidden, but because so few people know their power. Curious? Good. Let's dive into this, but beware. Once you know, there's no going back. Number 1. The nape of the neck, the gateway to vulnerability. The nape of the neck is a sensory paradise, rich with nerve endings that can elicit powerful responses. Touching this spot evokes a sense of intimacy and trust. For many older women, this area may bring back memories of tender moments in their past, a gentle caress from a lover or a reassuring hand during difficult times. When you approach the nape of her neck, it's essential to be deliberate yet gentle. The sensation of fingers trailing lightly over the skin can be exhilarating. This touch sends signals to her brain, activating the release of oxytocin, the bonding hormone. This surge can create feelings of warmth and connection, intensifying the moment and making her feel cherished. Consider the subtlety of this touch. It's not about aggression, it's about creating a safe space. You could lean in closer, whisper something sweet or humorous, and then let your fingers glide to that tender spot. The vulnerability inherent in this touch can open the door to deeper emotional intimacy. As she relaxes into the moment, you may find that she is more willing to share her feelings, thoughts, and desires, transforming your connection from simple attraction into something profoundly intimate. Number 2. The wrist, the unexpected pulse point. The wrist is often neglected when it comes to seduction, but this area is a hidden gem. It's an incredibly delicate part of the body, where skin is soft and sensitive. When you touch a woman's wrist, you're not just making contact, you're tapping into her rhythm and pulse. For older women who have often learned the art of subtlety through experience, this touch can feel like an unspoken promise. As you gently grasp her wrist, take a moment to look into her eyes. This connection adds layers of meaning to your touch. It's not just physical, it's emotional. It says, "I'm here, I'm interested, and I'm attuned to you." The wrist is also a place where the past and present converge. It can remind her of those beautiful bracelets she used to wear, or the moments shared over coffee where fingers brushed lightly. By approaching this area with sensitivity, you create a moment that feels both familiar and thrilling. Try a soft caress along the wrist, perhaps following the line of her pulse with your fingertips. This action can provoke a rush of excitement and intimacy that she might not expect. The thrill lies in the unexpected, the gentle affirmation that you notice her and are willing to explore this subtle connection. Number 3. The back of the knee, the underrated sensation. The back of the knee is a highly sensitive area that many overlook entirely. When touched, it can trigger unexpected feelings of vulnerability and exhilaration. For older women who may have experienced life's complexities, this area becomes a delightful surprise. This touch is unique because it often contrasts with the way most people approach intimacy. A gentle caress behind the knee can evoke feelings of excitement while maintaining a sense of safety. Imagine the anticipation building as your fingers brush against the back of her knee, igniting sensations that travel upward, sending ripples of pleasure throughout her body. For an older woman, this touch might symbolize a moment of youthful spontaneity, a reminder that intimacy can be playful and fun. It's a zone that encourages exploration, allowing for flirty exchanges and coy smiles. The best way to approach this area is to build anticipation first. Start with a light touch on her thigh or hip, gradually moving down to the back of her knee. This slow progression keeps her guessing, heightening the thrill of the unexpected. As you make contact, watch her reactions closely. The surprise of the touch combined with the building tension can create a memorable moment that lingers long after. Number 4. The collarbone, a touch of elegance. The collarbone is often viewed as one of the most elegant and feminine parts of the body. When touched, it can evoke feelings of sophistication and sensuality. For older women, this area may carry layers of meaning, often reflecting their experiences of grace and poise throughout life. A gentle touch on the collarbone can transform the ordinary into the extraordinary. The contrast between the smoothness of the collarbone and the softness of the surrounding skin creates a tactile experience that's hard to forget. It's a spot that invites admiration, and when you touch it lightly, you can evoke a deep sense of appreciation for her beauty. Touching the collarbone can also create a feeling of connection. As you brush your fingers along this area, you're acknowledging her femininity and strength simultaneously. It's a beautiful intersection of vulnerability and empowerment, creating an atmosphere where she feels both cherished and alluring. To maximize this effect, lean in close and make eye contact as you touch her collarbone. The proximity and intimacy of the moment will intensify the experience, allowing her to feel completely immersed in your connection. You might whisper a compliment or share an intimate thought, weaving words into the fabric of your touch, making her feel truly seen. Number 5. The small of the back, a signal of trust. The small of the back is an area that radiates warmth and intimacy. For older women, this touch can evoke feelings of protection and security, reminding them of those who have supported them throughout their lives. A gentle hand placed here can communicate volumes, saying, "I'm here for you," without uttering a single word. This touch is not just about proximity, it's about the energy you bring to it. When you place your hand on the small of her back, you create a protective barrier, signaling to her that she is safe in your presence. This small act can trigger feelings of comfort and intimacy, especially if it's paired with a gentle guiding motion like steering her through a crowded space. The act of touching the small of her back can also encourage vulnerability. It opens the door for deeper conversations, allowing her to share more about herself. As she feels secure, she might reveal thoughts, stories, or experiences that lay beneath the surface, fostering a connection that's more profound than mere attraction. Be mindful of the timing. When you touch the small of her back, ensure it feels natural and appropriate to the context of your interaction. This gesture should feel effortless, part of a fluid exchange that deepens your connection rather than forces it. Number 6. The earlobe, intimate without being obvious. The earlobe is a unique spot that exudes sensuality without overt aggression. It's often forgotten, yet it holds immense potential for intimacy. For older women who may have grown tired of the same old routine, a gentle touch here can be electrifying. When you touch her earlobe, it's not just about the physical sensation, it's about the moment you create. This area is sensitive to light touches, and even a breath against the earlobe can send shivers down her spine. It's intimate, yet playful, a dance that hints at deeper desires without explicitly crossing lines. A well-timed whisper can enhance this touch exponentially. The proximity to her ear invites a level of intimacy that few other touches can achieve. When you combine this with a soft caress of her earlobe, you create an experience that feels both romantic and deeply personal. This touch works particularly well in settings that encourage close conversations, perhaps at a cozy cafe or during a quiet moment at a party. The intimacy of the moment can foster a sense of connection that's hard to resist. As you lean in closer, let your touch linger for just a heartbeat longer than expected, and you'll find that the moment becomes etched in her memory. Number 7. The inner arm, the unexpected weak spot. Finally, the inner arm is an area that radiates warmth and intimacy. For many older women, this touch can evoke nostalgia, reminding them of times when they were carefree and playful. It's a touch that's unexpected, allowing for genuine connection without the pressure of traditional expectations. The skin on the inner arm is softer and more sensitive, making it an ideal spot for exploration. A light touch here can awaken feelings of intimacy and desire, creating an environment where she feels more relaxed and open. As you brush your fingers along her inner arm, you're not just making contact, you're creating an intimate moment that invites her to share her thoughts and feelings. This touch works best when combined with an element of surprise. Start with gentle contact elsewhere, perhaps the shoulder or the side of her neck, before slowly moving down to the inner arm. The gradual progression allows for anticipation to build, making the final touch even more impactful. Remember, this touch should feel natural and unforced. The more you tune into her reactions, the more you can adjust your approach to create a shared experience that feels uniquely yours. The inner arm is the perfect spot for establishing a connection that feels both playful and intimate. By understanding the significance of these 7 forbidden places, you unlock a world of sensual possibilities. Each touch holds the potential to deepen your connection, creating moments that linger long after the physical contact has ended. As you explore these areas with intention and care, you may discover that the art of seduction lies not just in the touch itself, but in the emotions and connections it fosters.